Kiss my eyes and lay me to sleep. What I thought you need me. This is what I thought, so think me naive. I thought you need me. This is what I thought, so think me naive. I promise you a heart you promised to me. Kiss my eyes and lay. my eyes.